Today we are having the final and last session of Train the Trainer for this YOTA summer camp. First, on today's agenda, we will focus on topics that will relate to things after the camp. So, first thing today, we will have Vilma, OS2 Victor Tango from Finland, telling you about social media for ham radio. After that, we will have topics such as how to stay active after the camp in your own country, as well as how to spread your ideas after the camp, and also how to take use of the Train the Trainer website. And yes, so without anything more, for the last TTT presentation of the camp, we will be showcasing the possibilities of social media, including how to manage it, what's smart, what is not smart. The presentation will include a wide range of tools for you to start and manage social media in your own society and country. There will be also ideas for how to connect youth in your country, as well as a look at the importance of a good web page. To tell you about this, please welcome Vilma.
So who am I? I'm Vilma, OH2 Victor Tokia, right? You heard that. But like, I've been working in the RU youth working group for 1.5 years now. So I'm part of that. I'm also part of the Finnish youth working group in Finland. So been working and doing that for a long time now. My background with social media is that I've been doing it for professionally a few years now. And before that I did it voluntary at voluntary works and school and stuff. Yes. What we'll be talking about today is social media within ham radio, how to use social media efficiently, a recipe to successful social media, and I will give you some social media campaign ideas and how to advertise events, and then talk about how to connect with your target group and on which platforms. Yes. So, social media platforms allow users to have conversations, share information, and create web content. That's pretty easy, right? You know, I think most of you use social media. So let me just ask, how many of you are on social media? Raise your hands. Yes, good. How many of you are on Instagram? How many of are you on Facebook? Okay, a little less. How many of you are on Twitter? Yeah. Okay, how many of you are on TikTok? Okay, interesting. Not many. How many of you are on some other platform? Okay. Yes, there are other platforms, but I will be mainly concentrating on Instagram, Facebook, and touching on Twitter a little bit, but not much. TikTok we can discuss after this. It's a little bit more complicated platform than the original Instagram and Facebook. So, how could you use social media in your society? How many of you know that your society has an Instagram or Facebook or any other social media page? Okay, interesting. Not many. How many of you are running your society's social media? Almost 8. That's quite many. Okay. Yeah, there you see what social media I run at the time. Actually, I stopped with our society, but you can see my work there if you want to check it out and stalk me, what I've been doing. Okay, social media is a place that is very useful, our hobby, because that's a way to reach new people, and the new people are the next generation of this hobby. You might not even know every ham radio hobbyist or people in your country, but social media could be your answer to how to reach them. Social media is, for us, is a tool to how to reach the people that are not in your youth activities, or to find new people, new ham radio. Social media is also a place where you can bring them together and create a community. I will do some basic stuff, and we'll start with branding. Recognizable social media engages new audience. When you see recognizable posts, you will always, if you know, when you look at TV, you see the same advertisements, and you hear the songs or see the advertisement. Probably many of you can already, by the song or the colors or the way they are doing the advertisement, you can probably even guess what advertisement or what company is advertising. That's true. With social media, I would start with the basics. Choose 1 or 2, maybe even 3 colors that would you would use. Then I would create a logo. Logo doesn't need to be anything professional. It can be something really easy. And with branding, it can be done with photos as well. You don't need to create a professional logo. You can still use pictures. I would also choose maybe 2 or 3 fonts. 2 is enough, 1 header font and 1 for text, and use those. That way you can create a recognizable brand. And actually, if you have any questions during this, just raise your hand. What and when to post something? When you are trying to create a social media, think of what you are interested in. That's the easiest way to start, because you are the youth as well. When we are trying to connect other youth, think of what you are interested in. What do you like to look at on social media? It's really easy to start with the informational posts. So when is something happening relating to your activities, your events, club nights, whatever. And then give it your personal touch. I would also add some fun posts that engage the audience, make some kind of reaction on them. Easiest way to make posting is to plan ahead. You can see there is my society's social media. It's really hard, it may be a little hard to see, but when you make it you post every week, you stay active, and you will, in time, reach more audience. If you don't have much to post, start with the events. Start with your activities. Or when you're with friends, maybe activating some kind of station, post about that. Something really easy. Set yourself a goal. How many times a month or in a week do you want to post? You don't need to post every day. In Finland, with YOTA Finland, that's our youth webpage and social media, we try to post every 2 weeks. Be consistent because of the reaching of the audience, and schedule the posts. You can see there, that's in Finnish though, but that's our this month to December, what we are planning to post on our social medias. So there you can see actually YOTA Croatia, written in Finnish though. We are going to post about that. Then we are having an event on October. So we are posting before that event a couple times. We are posting about how to participate it and how to come to the camp. Then we are filling it with other things. Some fun things that are happening. And then on December and on November, we are posting about December YOTA month, because we want to be active on that on December YOTA month. That is actually something really easy that you can do. Post about these things that are already happening if you don't have any of your own activities or events. And be spontaneous. So if you are maybe with your friends doing something fun, take a picture, post about it. Don't make it too hard for you, for yourself, that you would need to plan everything. But if you plan ahead, it's way easier to post. So that's why we do a rough schedule for the year and try to stay on that. What to do if you are organizing an event? First, advertisements. Spread them on social media. It's really easy to do it. And when you brand your event, maybe do a logo for the event, or choose the colors, or choose one picture that you're going to use for the event. Share it on your social media platforms. Even if you don't have much to post, post one time before the camp, maybe one time during the camp, and after the camp. That's really easy. But if you want more people on the camps, then you should use social media for that. Facebook groups are a good way to reach more people, so you could share the posts on there. With Instagram, it would be really nice to get your posts on someone else's stories, maybe, for example. Or if you have more than one web page or more than one social media platform, on every of those platforms, maybe on different accounts. Try to maybe contact your local clubs if they have social medias. Try to get your posts on their pages. A little bit about the target group. You want to do the posts that people relate to. So, because you're young, you know what other youngsters want to see. Think of what the age would be for the target group. What are the people's interested? Actually, in the pictures, you could choose pictures that are related to that event or related to that something that's interesting. For example, in this one, they are building something. Think about how to address that group, how to get their attention. In Finland, our target group would be, of course, the Finnish youth, then the ones that are interested in ham radio, also students that are maybe studying engineering or some kind of other thing that's related to ham radio, maybe in some way. Also scouts, shortwave listeners, and other hobbies like that. Try to get your posts on their pages, for example. Also in Finland, how we target our target group, we contact people personally. Because we want everyone in Finland, every youngster in Finland, to follow our pages, so they know what is happening related to youth activities. Because we want everyone to join our events. So that's why we are contacting people personally. For example, when a youngster applies for a membership in our society, straight away when the member is approved, we'll send a youth letter telling about what is happening in Finland, what events are to come, and where to follow our social medias, and an invite link for our Discord group or WhatsApp group. We also have that. Also, when you're thinking about the pictures, for example, don't post old people if you are trying to reach young people. So make them somehow interesting, showcase young people. Then, if you don't have events, you can plan social media campaigns. Campaigns can be for reaching your target group. For example, easy campaign ideas could be like introducing your activities, like a youth letter that we sent in Finland. You could do the same thing, but in posts. Also, December YOTA month is really easy. You can post during a December YOTA month how your country is doing, how many QSOs you had, and how to maybe use the call sign, how to apply to use the call sign, and what is December YOTA month. What will you need for posting? Obviously, pictures are a really nice way to engage the audience. On Facebook and Twitter, you maybe want to use text only, but think of what's interesting or how do you do it in your country. It depends country-wise. For the pictures, just make sure there is enough light in the pictures. You are not posting something dark and not sharp. That's an easy rule to follow. Also, in YOTA gallery, there's a lots of pictures from camps, from different events. If you don't have any of your own pictures, just download it from the YOTA gallery. Short texts are enough for social media. You don't need to write a page-long text. Give something short and make the first sentence the most interesting. The start of the text needs to be really interesting. For example, in Instagram, they don't show more than the first sentence. So that needs to be engaging. Some good applications that are helpful are, for example, Lightroom to edit your pictures. I use Canva. If you know, does anyone know what Canva is? Some of you do. Okay. It's a web page. You can use it for free or pay to use it. There you can make social media graphics, edit your photos, plan your posting schedule. So it's just canva.com, I think. Then with Facebook, there is this Meta Business. There you can also schedule and plan your posts. That way, when you schedule something, it will post them directly to Instagram and Facebook. Then something that could be really nice, because, for example, in our society, we are posting a lot of stuff, not only youth-related. So that's why we are having a different account for youth-related activities. And I think you should do the same, because that is where you can have your own style and how you will want other youngsters to see your hobby. So I suggest you do your own account for youth activities. And always remember also post on your society's social medias, because not everyone might know about your youth account. Other ways to connect with the youth are messenger platforms. and websites. So, in the social media pages, please make sure there is some kind of web page on there, because when people get engaged, when people get interested from your social media, you need to direct them somewhere to get more information. So it's really important to invest in a good website. The social media will give you the first sight into your activities or into the hobby. So you need to engage them somehow and offer more information. And then the website comes into play. Or the other way around. Maybe someone will Google your society, Google what's ham radio. Then on your webpage, you should have your social media links. Because that way, when people are interested, they will go and stalk you on social media and see what's happening. That's why you need to be consistent. At least when I'm going somewhere or doing some research on social media, for example, about companies, I want to see that they are active, so I know they are reliable, or they are actually alive. So that's why you need to post consistently. In Finland, you can check that website out. We have a youth website on our society's webpage. It's we have a blog there where we do blog posts about events and about other things what we are doing. Then we have an event page where they can apply to participate in events, and where we will be informing about events that are coming. Then we have this page where you can send us email. That's a really good one. And then we have a page where we introduce ourselves, our youth team. Because other people want to see faces. They want to see you as welcoming. So that's why also in your posts on social media, use faces that are smiling. Because other people like to see other people. And they also like to see and hear your stories. So make the posts personal. If you're maybe on an event, maybe ask someone to write their perspective, write their story about the event, how they felt about it. Social media is full of opportunities. Do research on your own. I told you the basics. Now, go home, do more research. Improve over time. It takes practice. Even though I have done YOTA social media for a year and a half, it's still not perfect. Take your time. You will not gain followers easily, at least in Finland. We haven't gained it easily. We have been doing it for a couple of years. Yeah, we only have like over 200 followers. Yeah, or 300 followers. It's not easy, so that's why you need to stay consistent and take your time. Then, questions? And also, if you want to go in detail, send me an email or come talk with me here at the camp. We'll talk more. Okay.
Hi, you say you make schedules. How often do you make? Do you make 3-month schedules? Do you make 6-month schedules? Do you make like weekly schedules? Like, how is your planning throughout the year?
With our youth page, we make a yearly schedule, a really rough one. But at work, I will do a 2-month schedule, and it's very detailed. We'll have the idea what to post, very detailedly planned. But with our youth page, we only plan really roughly for the year, because things change. Maybe one event will not happen, or maybe something will happen that we don't even know of.
Have you ever thought about having a user or something that actually is dedicated to finding, you know, when you say share to different platforms, that you would have a dedicated user, for example, on Facebook that would do such a thing? Do you know what I mean? Like a certain page that would basically be like YOTA official or something that would share to different pages. Okay, and that
Yeah, actually, that is one thing with our YOTA web social medias. If you want to get shared on that page, contact us. We are willing to do that. We are actually really happy to share your content. But also, maybe if you have bigger clubs, if you have the youth page and your society's page, try to contact them and get your posts shared on those pages.
How do you convince geezers that social media is a good idea?
Do you know when I was hired for our society to our social media? There were a lot of people that were like, we don't need this. Why are we using money for this? Hiring someone to do our social media. It was rough at first, but then it got better because I showed what I can do. I showed that our numbers can get higher and higher. We can reach more people. But pitch the idea well. And for example, with the youngsters, you need to be there where the youngsters are, and the youngsters and the youth is on social media. Like you saw here, everyone raised their hands, or at least you need to have a good web page. Yeah, but I can go more in detail later.
Sorry, when we are talking about official YOTA work, you said, you know, we have our certain logo and we have this kind of round thing as well. Where can I download the template to make, you know, for example, a PowerPoint template for YOTA or something like this? Is there a place where I can find this?
So on the Train the Trainer web page, I think we are going to have these templates that you can also use. Do you want to answer?
So yes, I was going to showcase it a little later, but we have the resources download on Train the Trainer page, and whatever comes to your mind, I can add there. So I will add this presentation template so you can use it if you want. And also you can download logos at least from YOTA gallery, at least there. But I can add them also to the Train the Trainer resource download. Hope this answers.
And with this template, it's a working progress because we are just using it for the first time. We'll need to do more work with it, so then we'll publish it for you to use.
You can start small, but you can grow it bigger when you have more time, more resources, and more professionalism on the subject. So at least I hope that I would see some new YOTA social medias after the camp, maybe. And if you're making a social media, just give us a email maybe to Vilma or Pierre at ham-yota.com, so we can showcase your social media in our YOTA social media. So, now to the second topic of the day. How to be and stay active within your own society. This is really the idea of why Train the Trainer was first founded and founded in 2017 conference. So, you're here, one reason why you're here, not just to have fun and learn new, but also to take new things that you learn to your own society. Because if you don't do that, there won't be that much new young ham radio operators. Hope you a little too much sleep. Yes, 4 hours of sleep, don't do it. So, yes, Thank you. Now I lost the thought completely, but yeah, let's go. So, please try to have something from this camp and implement it to your own country. But where to start? First of all, if you're planning to have like organized activities, actually, you should have a team for it, because everything is easier with team. You can discuss different ideas. You can work on different things together. You don't need to do everything by yourself. And also, it is easier to, for example, have sponsorship when there are multiple people behind something. So, in Finland, youth team consists of 7 members, but I think even 3-4 would be a perfectly good start for someone who is just like about to start having youth activities in their own country. And in Finland, everyone has their own role, but people are still helping each other. So that's important. So gather up a few people and start to brainstorm some ideas. What do you come up? What do you want to do next? So see what you come up with and make it real. Here are a few tips from Finland that we have noticed that are good, and maybe you should implement them also to your own future or current youth work in your own society. So we have these monthly meetings in Finland, and where we meet during, for example, Skype or Zoom, and just speak there for maybe hour, 2 hours. We have a list of things that we need to discuss, maybe some future camps, some future blog posts to our website, social media, for example, that kind of stuff. What makes it easy for everyone, because we're online, we don't need to use that much time for having the meetings, but also our files are always stored in a cloud where everyone has access to them. So it's if you are, for example, trying to find some pictures, you're trying to find some information letter for a camp, you can always find it easily from the cloud because everything is there. And it's a lot easier if you make it clear from the start. So don't have like all your files in different folders on different platforms. Try to have them only in one place, because that makes it a lot more easy. And please have them organized. It saves you a lot of time. So Finland is one good example. I know there are a lot more, but Finland is one example. So if you need help from us, you can contact me always. You find my contact information from YOTA website, and also Vilma. So remember to ask help if you need, because everyone organizing the activities or giving ideas for the activities doesn't need to be from your own country or your own youth working group or team. And also, you have now a lot of ideas from this camp also, so try to make use of them as well. What we have learned here is, for example, the social media and the web page that we had now. As I said before, those are like easy to start with. So that's one thing. Then, for example, camps that Serbia told about yesterday, or a contest organization that we had Tuesday from Italy. And camp organization or organization in general is a precious skill that you will need if you want to have youth activities in person. You can always have, of course, social media, blog post, web page, something like that. But usually the camps or in-person activities are the kind that actually engages people. Sorry. And also, of course, all the other ideas that we get from the TTT presentations. For example, scout activities, presentation platforms from Japan, different kinds of activities that, for example, the activity cards that you implemented, they will be uploaded to the website that I will just show you shortly where you can find them. So yeah. Also, we will be uploading the Train the Trainer sessions on YouTube during this fall, so you can rewatch these. And also, we will be having the presentation as files in our cloud, where you can also upload them, even use yourself if you need to, but just take a look, a little reminder what you learned here during this camp. So, How to take benefit from Train the Trainer? First of all, read the reports. You can learn what the other countries are doing, because the youth coordinators are supposed to send the quarter-yearly reports to us. They will showcase them activities, what they have thought are good activities, and what they think that you could benefit from as well. So read those and get ideas. That's first and pretty easily doable trick. So also remember all the discussions from the camp, not only the sessions, but also everything that you discussed with the other participants or maybe organizers, because those are like the ideas that you're willing to share with others. So just try to use them. And you still have one more night and Saturday, what you are here. I don't know when you're all leaving, but probably during Saturday at some point. Try to chat this evening, this night, next morning, whatever, and be in contact with people after the camp also, so it makes it easier. So, also one thing that I want to show you, that's actually pretty easy for you to have ready ideas and some things to learn. So, on Train the Trainer website, here are documents. So the most important of these being the resources download. What you can find here, you can, for example, have all the TTT presentations from here, and also from YOTA Bulgaria, where we had, for example, activity organization, how to organize sub-regional camps, how to actually organize YOTA summer camps. So you can have those from the resources download folder. Other presentations and workshop ideas from the past camps, and also the activity cards soon, once I have them ready and upload them on the page. But also a lot of other ideas for activities, results from the workshops from the past YOTA camps. You have all that there. Please take a look if you're trying to find new interesting ideas to implement into your own society. One thing, you wouldn't be here without you. That's strange to say, but here are a lot of activities that actually come from all over the ER region 1 and also other regions. So that's why you should still, to continue this, you should contribute to Train the Trainer. If you are a youth coordinator, I ask you to send the quarter-yearly reports. Even if you have not done anything, what we can see from the reports, if you say that you have not done anything, we can see that there is nothing happening and we can help you with that. So please fill at least something. There's a possibility to upload pictures. There's a possibility to really write anything that you want. So that's for the youth coordinators only. But also, every single one of you can contribute to Train the Trainer. How? You can send everything that you think that would be useful for others. So any documents, presentations, posters that you have to in your what you have done for your own youth activities. You don't need always to make new things. You can also use things that other people have done in the past. Also, a lot of ideas and articles are posted on the website. So you can find all those things from either resources download or from the reports of the countries. Also, there is the Train the Trainer gallery that Vilma talked about. And there is a lot of pictures that you can use. There are also logo downloads from the camps that you can use if you need to. So take advantage from them. Also, if you have any more ideas and want to fill out more activity cards in the future, you have a lot of good ideas, I know that. What you can do, you can find the activity card template from the resources download folder also to make as much as activity cards as you want to. Yeah, this is pretty much all from the Train the Trainer during this camp. I have one thing to say about December YOTA month. It's still quite many months until December, but even shortly, within 2 months, I think, after the camp, there will start the registrations for December YOTA call signs. So if you're a youth coordinator, remember to apply for the call signs. And if you're not a youth coordinator and you would like to have a YOTA call sign during December YOTA month from your own country, be in contact with your youth coordinator. If you don't know who your youth coordinator is, just contact us and we will make the thing go forward. So, this is pretty much everything from me. I hope you have learned, everyone, something from this camp. It was nice telling you about these activities, and also I still want to once more thank everyone, every one of you, but everyone who has been presenting the activities during this camp here. I thank you really much. You have gave a lot of ideas to the others, and they are really valuable. Then we had some questions, at least from Elin.
So my question has been, I know that there isn't been a lot of discussion about it, but I see a bit of a potential in how are we going to continue, for example, the Discord server that we had for this event. Has that been discussed? Is there someone that's going to overtake it? Because I see a lot of, I'm really in awe about how many of the youngsters are actually sharing what they're actually doing on the camp, and I would love to see that moving forward. Do you know, just is there a plan to continue the Discord server because we have so many youths on there already?
Yes, we have not actually talked, at least from Region 1 Youth Working Group with the Croatians about the current server that we have. But we have thought about maybe having a Discord server in the future because it's really useful in a way that Telegram group isn't. We still have a lot of people in the Telegram group, so it would be nice to have both maybe. But I think the Discord group is actually a really good idea, so I think we should go forward with that. So we can speak about that. Yeah, thank you. One thing I want to remind you at this point, does everyone have this white shirt, the new one? Is there someone who doesn't have? Okay, great. When there is the pictures going to be, please wear these shirts. Okay. And also one thing about the radio transmitters for ARDF that you did on the first day, you can collect them from
me after the pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere around here, and you can take yours if it's mine.
Yeah, so take your transmitters home with you and maybe organize something with it. I don't know.
There's supposed to be 5, but I'm not sure.
Okay, we will inform in the Discord group then. Is there any more questions? If not, I thank you for your time all this camp, and thank you for the camp to all. You can always come to me and speak, and I wish you happy rest of the camp and also safe trip back home. Thank you.